fresh.
Next morning in Montreal dawns snowy and cold. What else is new? A climate like this has a way of toughening people up. Maybe that's one reason why you find so much of a defiant attitude of, hey, we do things our own way, and if the rest of you don't like it, you can just sod off. Case in point, the unrepentant excess of non-healthy, deliciously high-calorie food here in Montreal. Another case in point is the featured item on the menu here at a bistro called S06E Péché, a name which literally translates as the fifth sin. And for all you sinners who don't know, that would be gluttony. And the featured item is seal meat. Canada is one of the only places on Earth where you can legally eat it. Importing seal meat is banned in America and the European Union because of the intense emotional controversy over how seals are hunted. But the Canadian government has come down on the side of those who say the hunting can be regulated in responsible ways, essentially thumbing its nose at critics around the world. And Chef Benoit Langlais is a passionate enthusiast for seal meat.
There's not a lot of restaurants serving this.
No, but at the beginning, you have to know how to cook it. There is no fat in it. Maybe people have had bad experience, so they stop cooking it.
Benoit experimented for a full year before putting seal dishes on the menu, coming up with things like a cold plate of smoked seal and seal pepperoni.
It's fantastic. Yeah, see, this is lovely. This is lovely on a little slate. What do you suggest I start with first?
I
start here?
Smoked meat.
Well, I don't want to eat alone.
Oh, yeah. Very tender.
See, you have the wonderful cure flavor that I love, that wonderful smokiness, but it's so beautiful and lean.
Because seal meat has almost no fat, Benoit mixes it with a dash of pork to get a sausage flavor like no other.
I love the mix with the seal because you still feel that, I don't want to say tinny, but it's a very short flavor. It disappears right away. And then the pork keeps it lingering, which is very nice. One of the things that I like about a lot of other animals that I taste is they taste of what they eat. So if the seal is in seawater all the time with this incredibly healthy diet, of course the meat is going to taste fantastic.
Benoit learned how to make this second seal snack from a native seal hunter, seal tartar.
That's raw. That's raw meat.
Sure.
You can see that there's a lot of blood coming out.
The muscle of a seal carries an enormous amount of blood. It's what gives them the ability to stay underwater for long periods of time.
The texture is really nice.
And do you want to know what's really, really nice about it? The seal meat, because it's so light and it's so delicate, is a great vehicle for all the other flavors. I can taste the seaweed, the dulse. I can taste the capers and the salt. That's fantastic.
For an entree, there's a seal tataki, seared top loin of seal, topped with sea beans and served over a bed of smoking grapevines to add a subtle campfire flavor.
It's beautifully cooked, and it's delicious. And the smoke is just heavenly, especially with the pousse-pied. It ties it all together.
And here's another variety of poutine. But this time, sweet potato gnocchi replaces the French fries.
Sweet potato gnocchi, merguez, little squeaky cheese curd, and the beans. Oh yeah, that works. Wow.
When it's cooked, seal meat tastes like very mildly flavored beef, but with a briny chaser. Combined with the other ingredients in this dish, the result is more depth of flavor.
It's just good food. You do a beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
This is amazing.
There's more amazement still in store. A giant meat party that sums up just about everything I love about eating in Montreal.
Come on.
Exuberant excess.
Look at the puddle of fat just dripping out of this.
Rebel anarchists with imagination and style.
Bro, these are Christian Dior, man.
And food as unconventional as the people who love it.
It does have a very slight aroma of rotting seafood, which draws me to it.
Rotting seafood, that's terrible.
One of Montreal's flagship restaurants is Joe Beef, named after a 19th century working class hero. It's just a steak and seafood joint, the way Citizen Kane is just a movie. The atmosphere is robust and fun. In the kitchen, huge hunks of beef and pork. In the men's room toilet, a stuffed buffalo. And on the plate, sheer excess of flavor, with a sublime disregard for health, wellness, or ideology.
All right, order up.
It all bears the stamp of this man, Fred Moran.
You have the toast? Do you have enough bread?
Montreal's best-known rebel butcher, anti-establishmentarian, life coach, keeper of the flame, and chef. With Fred, it's all about taste and attitude. Fred's an unpretentious blue-collar sort of guy who doesn't just buy his equipment, he custom builds it. Tonight, he's assembling the parts for a semi-annual carnivorous carnival known as the Butcher Blackout. 80 pounds of meat, 15 people, you do the math.
I love it when he does that.
This is what Montreal food tradition is all about. Nothing exceeds like excess when it tastes this good.
I just want to admire your hat. It's fantastic. Where'd you get the Wild Hanson Brothers glasses, too?
Bro, these are Christian Dior, man.
Dude, rock on.
Offbeat individuality is one key to Montreal's greatness as a food town. Another is the ready availability of fantastic ingredients. To demonstrate that, back up to before the party began, when I went along with Fred to go shopping for some of his ingredients. This is Marché Atwater, one of 3 year-round marketplaces in Montreal. The vendors here sell everything from fresh-baked bread to handcrafted sausages and local and imported cheeses.
You know why? The people came on their boat with olive oil and cheese and method to make wine and spirits, and then the Italians came in.
Yeah.
It's a harbor city.
How cosmopolitan is Montreal? Look no further than Fromagerie Atwater. Gilles Jourdain sells more than 850 cheeses from mostly Italy, Switzerland, Spain, and of course France.
It smells like God's feet.
Like the crease between the toes of God's feet.
You're clearly a strong cheese guy.
I'm an everything guy. Like, you can see by my size 36 pants.
This one is Fred's favorite. It's called Maroilles, and it's from Normandy, France.
It does have a very slight aroma of rotting seafood, which draws me to it.
Rotting seafood, that's terrible.
But it's beautiful because when you taste that sweet, nutty flavor, and then you breathe out that delicious ammonia flavor.
Well put.
There is a turned quality to this that's extremely appealing. I happen to like rotting seafood.
And here's Fred's favorite butcher shop.
This is why America still has a lot of growing up to do, because you cannot go to just any old market in America and see sweetbreads or kidneys, my favorite.
They're awesome.
And another treat I can't get back home, horse meat tartar.
Awesome, man.
Fantastic. Certain meat and certain cuts are ideal to be eaten raw. This is one of them, for me.
Yeah.
You know, just because there's a softness to the loin, there's a fat ratio that's just right. It's not too strong tasting.
Fred's here picking up a little something for his meat party.
This is probably, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. And look, his tongue is attached. Fresh. Wow.
Now that you have a better idea of the raw material Fred uses, let's get back to the party. Pork, lamb, beef. Fred's signature style is taking perfect ingredients and keeping things pretty simple. This kind of food sums up Fred's philosophy of cooking.
It's not the food because I would like to sleep with you. It's the food because I would like to make you really happy.
Exactly.
And one way of being happy is sheer over-the-top excess. Start with 2 80-gram slabs of duck foie gras battered and deep fried. This organ meat bun is sandwiched around double-smoked bacon. And voila, a foie gras double-down sandwich.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Good luck.
I totally support.
Look at the puddle of delicious fat. That's how you know you have a real foie gras double-down sandwich. Oh, my God.
Doing better with more salt.
And here's Fred's over-the-top version of poutine. Instead of traditional gravy, his fries are smothered in a lobster and shellfish elixir, emulsified with lardo, pure, cured pork fat.
That is insane. Look at this. You're sort of like a sage prophet of food and lifestyle.
Sage, yeah.
You are. I love it. This is crazy good.
Crazy good. That about sums up both the quality of Montreal's food and the cast of characters who give this food more than just great flavor. They give it a personality that's matter-of-fact yet flamboyant. Unpretentious, but fiercely proud of tasting unmistakably Canadian. So anytime you're in Montreal, try not to be in too big of a hurry. And remember, if it looks good, eat it.